Hello, my name's Jason.
And my name's Paul.
And welcome to this week's episode of Cuisine
And Country.
No, not having it. She's too good.
What?
No.
I'm too good.
We are cooking the national dish of every country around the world.
We're doing it. We're actually doing it.
So where are we going next, Jason?
Thanks to a suggestion from Cooking for Two, this week we're going to be cooking the national dish of Jordan.
Ching! The national dish of Jordan is Mansaf. In the dish of Mansaf, apparently you've got to serve it with a lamb's head. I can tell you now that that is not going to happen.
Today is the 13th of February. Now, did you know that on this day in 1959, the first ever Barbie went on sale?
What has that got to do with Mansaf?
And welcome to Cuisine.
And rhythm. So what is the national rhythm of Jordan?
Well, it doesn't have a name, but me and Paul are going to play it for you.
I have been really busy this week and I have prepared absolutely no facts.
That indeed in itself is a fact. So technically you have produced one fact.
My fact is I have no facts.
Some of our sharper-eyed viewers may have noticed that we've taken the globe, we've rolled it out really flat and ironed it, and we've come up with this lovely background. You've been waiting for it, you've requested it, we've had 1,000 messages about it, and finally we have a dish involving an egg. I think the word involving is a little bit, you know, the egg's not going to be that involved, is it, if I'm honest?
Well, I'm assuming it's just going to sit there. Drum roll, please. What are we doing next? We're doing
the ingredients! Cardamom, cloves, coriander,
cumin, cinnamon, isn't it? Cinnamon there.
Is that not nutmeg? Cardamom, cloves, coriander, mixed spice, salt, basmati rice. You've done clarified butter. Salt, basmati rice, clarified butter.
Salt, basmati rice. That's not right. What's it called?
Basmati rice. Cumin, cinnamon, parsley, coriander.
No, nutmeg. Egg white, pita bread, Greek yogurt, blanched yogurt. Does it say clarified butter?
No.
Basmati rice, lamb cubes, cumin, cinnamon, parsley, nutmeg, pita bread, egg white, Greek yogurt, blanched almonds, clarified butter, cardamom, cloves, coriander, mixed spice, turmeric, paprika, onion, salt and pepper.
That was pretty impressive. I've noticed this dish is absolutely rammed with spices, so if you like spices, this is a dish for you.
I think this looks pretty damn good.
This is how the professionals do it, and it's also how we do it.
Why don't you try some of the cardamom?
Because it stinks.
Good work.
Proper job.
Your hands ran the wrong way.
The four colours of the Jordan flag are the Pan-Arab colours, each representing an Arab dynasty or era. Finally we get to use an egg. We've been doing a cooking channel now and we're into our 4th week, and I'm absolutely delighted to finally have an egg involved in our dish. For those of you still watching, I would just like to point out that you're watching an egg being rolled in rice. I think you need to get out more. Oh, you have to do it. Why did you have to do it? I'm going to have to lick that egg now. I could get salmonella poisoning.
Lick the egg. Lick the egg. Oh!
For this dish, you're going to need clarified butter. We don't have any clarified butter, so we've got ordinary butter. Paul, what is this?
Butter.
Paul, what is this?
Butter.
Now, it's clarified butter.
Ah, simple.
These are the cubes of lamb. There's a bit of arm there, a bit of leg. I think that's an eyeball. Oh dear.
So now, you tip your lamb into the bowl. Splop.
Good pouring.
I think it's brilliant.
I know it's raining, but we didn't need water on the chopping board.
There's no water here. Quick, get me a towel. Cover. Over previous weeks, Jason and I have suffered at the hands of onions.
Paul's glasses are painfully inadequate to protect him from the rigours of onion peeling, but we do have some state-of-the-art kitchen technology that will assist us. Paul, how effective do you believe your personal protective equipment is going to be?
Who said that?
You look like a really rubbish Batman. If you find your cling film is inadequate, you can always add a second layer. Paul was struggling to breathe with the cling film, so we've given him a respirational device in order to assist him. Never again will you have to face the problem of crying eyes as you're peeling onions. Remember, this is a professional cooking channel. All of these techniques can be adopted for use in your own home. What a fantastic job Paul's doing.
It works, watch. Onion, eyes, no tears.
And just to prove this equipment really does work,
Shum, 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 shum.
as you go to your kitchen to cook this dish, just remember one thing. Mansaf in Arabic means explosion. Let's get in the kitchen! So we're just going to drain the water off this blood-soaked lamb.
I'm now going to pat these dry. Right, we have a heavy skillet. We're going to add some butter to this.
That's one knob.
And that's 2 knobs. Doesn't seem to be doing anything. And now we wait.
The waiting game. Or as they say in Jordan.
Blah.
You want to add your lamb to your pan and just brown it on all sides. The yellow and the lamb look fantastic together. Paul's just poking that with a spatula. Is that really necessary? Does that actually make any difference?
To the untrained eye, this looks like I'm poking it. I'm actually turning it around.
One of the most important ingredients when you're cooking Mansaf is optimism and faith. It's the same with all cooking. If you believe, it will happen.
Take the meat out and drain it.
To get rid of your fat, just pour it onto your grass. If you haven't got grass, use a carpet.
Use neighbour's grass.
Once you've drained your meat, put it back in your pan.
We think it should be cold because it will allow the meat to tenderise. When I say we think, we're idiots, so we might not be right. Salt!
Pepper! It's not an attractive looking dish, is it?
Meaty water. No, not really.
All this white stuff we think you're supposed to get rid of. Can we put a banana into the Mansaf?
No. Kids, this is what an iPad used to be back in the day.
Add a bit more water and cover it up.
Right, now we're going to fry up some butter. Wow, we really are.
Holy macaroni.
Quick! Ah! Now that the onions are all nicely browned up, Jason's going to add the spices.
And this one.
Yep.
And these seedy things, can't remember what they are. And this one.
I don't know what that is. That looks like a professionally prepared dish, I think we can all agree.
Stinks. We're going to add the onions and the spices. And now you're just going to let your lamb simmer with all them spices in there. This should soften the lamb up. Add spice to the meat. Do all that kind of cooking-y related good stuff that is so important. So we're going to get the lid on there. Let that keep simmering. Poured some water, something we've learned quite well how to do.
Rice dumping.
Cover it up. At my wife's suggestion, we're going to add some spice for rice to our rice. Just to give it a bit of colour, a bit of flavour. So the lamb's been cooking for about an hour, then we added the onions for about 20 minutes or so. Now we're going to just take the lid off this and let some of the water evaporate. These Jordanians like their spices, and this is seriously spicy, but...
These Jordanians like their spices. How many do you know?
Well, none. Paul is going to separate the egg.
Paul's going to try to separate the egg. Oh, that looks lovely. Egg white. Job done. We're getting good at this.
We're going to tip our Greek yoghurt into a pan.
For those out there in TV land, this has been stirred for quite a long time. We are stirring in the same direction all the time, because we don't want our yoghurt to curdle. I don't know why it would curdle. Now that the yoghurt has come to the boil, we need to add the whisked egg white. Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's turning into scrambled egg.
We're now going to add the salt. I love the way you keep asking me questions. Yeah, is it this? And I answer, but I don't actually know.
I asked you because you're the only other person here. Otherwise I'd be talking to myself. This is going to make a lovely sauce, apparently.
We've got 4 dishes on the go. We've got the meat, we've got the rice, we're going to have a pan in here for our nuts, and we've got the yoghurt.
I've even made a cup of tea.
Good work.
Proper job. Is it supposed to look like that?
I don't know, maybe that's curdled. I wouldn't worry about it, just let it thicken up.
Once your lamb has been cooking a couple of hours, it's gone tender. We've got some of the sauce left in there. Now we're going to strain in our yoghurt sauce. It's not going through the sieve.
It's like a cake, look. Upon reflection, we've decided that we're just going to put the whole lot in.
Because that's the way we roll, we're crazy.
Just to give this a little bit of extra flavour, we're going to add some mild curry powder. We've now heated the butter up and we're going to fry the almonds. Now that the almonds are nice and toasty brown, we're going to get them off and get them into a bowl.
Now we're going to prepare the mansaf.
Just preparing a bed of pita bread to go at the bottom.
Perfect. Just spoon that on.
Now we're going to put the meat all over the rice. Now to garnish with the parsley. Lastly, we're going to add the almonds. Mansaf.
Cuisine and Country, back from the kitchen. It looks like a mountain of food. Mansaf is traditionally eaten with your right hand, but we were going to do that, but this is really stodgy and messy and we just can't bring ourselves to do it. So, people of Jordan, we mean no disrespect, but we are going to eat the mansaf with our spoons.
Well, the only thing left to do is to eat it.
For Cuisine and Country!
As I said, I'm not a big fan of lamb, but that is soft and tender. That's really good.
I think frying it first and then boiling and simmering it for so long, it's got rid of all the fat, it's really softened it up, the spices have gone into the meat. That is pretty sensational, that. Huh?
I think we've done a good job with that sauce as well.
Oh, and that's really nice. I was a bit worried about how many spices we had put in this, but I think they've blended together quite well. Lovingly simmered, gently spiced and flavoured lamb that is a beauty to behold in the eyes of man. How does that sound? Does that sound right?
Yeah, what you said. Food has killed Jason. Good job, food. What have we got to do?
We've reached the end of another episode of Cuisine and Country. Thank you again for joining us. At the request of somebody called Zygmus Juicius, we're going to be cooking the national dish of Lithuania, and the dish is called Zeppelini.
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 Zeppelini. That's what happens when an airship hits you in the face. Ah! I've got a Zeppelini!
Trying to get him to stop talking. Doesn't work.
For anyone watching in 3D, this is just for you. But remember, if you love doing something but people tell you you're crazy and stupid and shouldn't be doing it, listen to them. Please join us next week.
On Cuisine
and Country.
I liked everything but the green thing. That was horrible. The actual green thing. The green liquidy thing. Like a green thick liquidy thing.
You mean the sauce?
The sauce.